It's so crazy to me that I'm actually making this video right now. And the reason why I say that is because not too long ago, I never thought in a million years that I would get married. I literally thought that was the last thing I was ever going to do. I had no intentions on getting married, and yet here we are. So, jumping right into it, I'm going to talk about number one. One thing that I have learned after being married for a little bit over a year now is the fact that a marriage is not perfect. And I'm going to elaborate on that. A marriage is two people coming together from different backgrounds, from different socioeconomic classes, from different life experiences, and from different viewpoints and opinions. Marriage is not always going to look the same for everybody. I think a very important note to make here is the fact that regardless of your marriage and who you're with, you will have arguments and you will have conflicts. It's how you approach that conflict and it's how you conclude that conflict. That is what's going to determine your marriage. And for number two, the second thing that I have learned in a marriage is the fact that you have to unlearn a lot of what your parents did slash taught you, whether intentionally or unintentionally. So the first thing that comes to mind when I talk about this is simply how you talk to, how you treat, and the things that you say to your partner. A perfect example for this was a scenario that happened fairly recently between me and my wife. So I'm upset about something. I don't even remember exactly what it was, but I was upset about something. Me and my wife were in a conflict. We were arguing about something, and I decided to curse. I decided to cuss during a conversation. And, looking back on it, this was a recent time, and this is something I've constantly been trying to work towards and do better on. But, that's just not needed. And although I heard that and saw that growing up a lot, that's not something that I want to bring into my marriage now. And that's something I'm actively trying to fix and work on. And for number three, the third and last thing I wanted to talk about when it comes to the things that I've learned so far after a year of some change in my marriage is the fact that you need to over communicate almost everything. Not everything, but a lot of stuff in your relationship, in your marriage, whether it's small stuff like, hey, who's taking out the trash versus, hey, who's walking the dog, or hey, like, we're supposed to hang out with this person, or we have an event coming up. Here's a reminder. Whatever it is, it could be something small to something big. And it really just comes down to the fact that you do need to communicate not only well, but also over communicate, because as we talk about, we're humans, we're not perfect, we forget things, we might not write things down or whatever the case may be. But let's say we don't remember or we forget. If we're not on the same page and we're doing different things and we're assuming things on both parts, more than likely that's probably going to come to a conflict where it's like, hey, we're bumping heads or we're not on the same page, and now we're arguing. And to be fair, not always will that be a conflict or will that be a problem. But the more that you over communicate with your wife, your husband, your partner, whatever it is, the better you guys are going to be in the long run. And that's all I have for you today. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. And let me know in the comments what you guys think. Did you guys like the video? Is it relatable? And what other questions or what other videos would you guys like to see me put out next? So yeah, have a good one. Peace.